Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. Today I'm going to talk about my experience at the Vipassana Meditation retreat that I just completed. It's a 10-day course, but first I'm going to explain to you what Vipassana Meditation is. Vipassana is a way of self-transformation through self-observation. It focuses on the deep interconnection between mind and body, which can be experienced directly by disciplined attention to the physical sensations that form the life of the body and that continuously interconnect and condition the life of the mind. The scientific laws that operate one's thoughts, feelings, judgments, and sensations become clear. Through direct experience, the nature of how one grows or regresses, how one produces suffering or frees oneself from suffering is understood. Life becomes characterized by increased awareness, non-delusion, self-control, and peace. The entire practice is actually a mental training. Just as we use physical exercises to improve our bodily health, Vipassana can be used to develop a healthy mind. So I went to a 10-day course, and while at the course, we took a noble vow of silence. And with the no silence, there was also no gestures, no form of communication with anyone for 10 days. We weren't allowed to take any books, reading materials. They took our phones on the first day. We had a very planned out course. We woke up every day at 4 a.m. Then the first meditation was from about 4:30 to 6:30. We had breakfast from 6:30 to 7:15. Then we had a rest period where you were able to walk on like a walking path that they had created. You could do laundry or you could take a nap. And then at 9 o'clock, I believe, we had another sit from 9 to 11 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, we had lunch. We had lunch from 11 to 11:45, I believe. And then we had another rest period where you could do laundry. You could walk the walking path for exercise. Then from about 3:30, I'm probably missing some times, but then about 3:30 to 5, we had another sit. Then we had no dinner. So at lunch, that was our last meal of the day. And then from 5 to 5:30, we had a tea and a fruit break. And then we had another small rest period. And then from 6 to 7, we had our sit. And then from 7 to 8, we had a disclosure every night. And that's where the teacher would pretty much answer questions or talk about the things that we had learned from the day prior. And then from after the disclosure, we'd have about another 45-minute sit. And then lights out were at 10 every night. So we did this for 10 days. No talking, no gestures, no anything. It was completely learning to sit with yourself and with your mind. And the experience for me, well, one, I'll tell you guys how I got there. So since I was about 3 or 4, my mom has always called me Buddha. And growing up, I used to laugh and be like, "Don't call me that in public," like, because I didn't understand what that meant. And then the older I got, I asked her, I was like, "Why would you call me Buddha?" And she was like, "I don't know, you would just sit by yourself in silence for hours. Like, I thought something was wrong with you. I would make your brothers go play with you." But I do remember back then that I would laugh when I would hear them talking, when I would hear my mom tell my brothers to go play with me because they thought something was wrong with me, but I knew that I was meditating. So fast forward to my adult life. At about 18, I really started digging into figuring out the human brain, how it works, why people do the things they want to do. Like, I was so intrigued by the human brain. And then that led me on my spiritual journey to just figure out how the human brain works. And that's where I started learning forgiveness and compassion and things and such. But prior, I'm 26 now, but prior to this, I used to always tell people that I dated, or even like when it came to work or career opportunities, like, don't ask me to marry you until I'm 25. Don't ask me for serious commitment until I'm 25. I couldn't commit to anything. So then at 25, I always just knew that was my age where I was going to be able to give up all of my human cravings and things, like the partying, drinking, sex, drugs, the food I was eating. Like, I knew at 25 I was going to make that change, but I wanted to live that life up until 25, and I just always knew that. And then I met a friend last year, this month, literally this time, and she had went to a Vipassana meditation retreat. And the first time we met, she gave me a piece of paper and was like, I'm going to write this down for you. And then she asked me what I was eating, because I was eating chicken at the time. So instantly then I changed my diet. For that whole year, we meditated every day, even if it was only for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and we worked our way up. But every single day we did some sort of meditation, from 3 minutes to an hour or more, because we started doing sound baths and stuff once we got to California. So then at 26, I went to the Vipassana Meditation Retreat, and I finally got my Buddhist teachings. So my experience, I think, was a lot different from other people's, because prior to getting to the Vipassana, I had already been mentally, unknowingly preparing to get there, because I had already worked through my childhood traumas. I've already forgiven the people that I need to forgive. I've already started building up my compassion, and the love that I have, I've already been giving that out to anybody. So my thing was going on, I was like, what they gonna pull up? Like, I felt like I got everything out. So once there, it was like, the hardest part for me was once I would be able to sit through a 2-hour sit and not move and actually practice the Vipassana, because Vipassana means concentration, and you just concentrate on different parts of your bodies to feel the sensations. And sensations could be like hot, cold, when you have an itch, feel like bugs are crawling on you, anything that you feel on your body, like, it's just a sensation, and it teaches you to observe that sensation and not to react to it. So now if I feel a scratch on my nose, I don't have to go scratch it, because I'm aware that it's a sensation. I observe it and then it goes away. So as well as like the painful sensations that we got, we were taught how to observe it, and then by observing it and not reacting to it, literally the pain would just dissolve. Like, and this, some of the pains that I experienced were so, well, what I believed to be were so bad, but they weren't. I observed them, and then they literally disappeared. So back to my hardest part. My hardest part was not sharing the joy that I was experiencing. Like, I was so proud of myself. I'm still so proud of myself, that even the times where I was like, my leg is about to explode, like, I don't think this is real, but it was all my mind, and I wouldn't leave the position. I would keep my eyes closed, hands here, and stay in position. And position was not opening your arms, not opening your legs, and keeping your eyes closed. So I would just be beaming with joy, like, oh my gosh, like, this is what I've been preparing for. Like, my mind wasn't getting in my way. You know, there were some things that they were trying to penetrate, different thoughts, but I was able to sit and be like, this isn't real, because our mind would take one thought, and either you go super, super deep back into the past, or you create things in the future that haven't even happened yet. And it just brings your awareness to the present moment. And in that present moment, the things that my mind was trying to create, none of those things existed at all. So when I would do an entire sit and my mind wouldn't win, I just had so much joy, and my heart was filled, like, because this is everything that I've been working for. So for me, it just brought me a joy that I've never experienced, a sense of fulfillment that I've never experienced. Like, it was the most beautiful experience for me. Like, I look forward to going back. I told all my friends, like, I'll help you guys get prepared. Like, you know, you just need to start meditating so you can be used to being in the position a little bit. I was like, but when you guys want to go, I'll go with you, and I'll serve, because they have serving opportunities where you help serve food and stuff like that. I was like, and I'll just be there as like support. We can't talk or anything, and I take this very, very serious. So I definitely wouldn't, you know, talk or mess up their experience. But I'm like, if you just need a friend there, like, I'll go, because I'm eager to go back and to keep learning. And they advise you to take at least one 10-day course a year, to just continue your practice. So for me, I recommend this to everybody. I know other people, they were just like, oh my God, all my thoughts, like I just wanted to run out of there. I wanted to get away. But it was most of their past thoughts and things they either have done or things that have been done to them. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't say. Some people said like all of their sexual partners were coming up in their head and they were just like, this is too much. But really, it just teaches you to be with yourself and to know exactly who you are in the heart, mind. I know I did that wrong, but in the heart, mind, body, and soul, it literally teaches you to live with yourself. And it's just a different type of self-love that you just can't get it anywhere else. Like, I don't know. I do know. I learned how much I truly, truly just value who I am. And I'm not afraid to hide who I am. I'm not afraid to be who I am, which is just love. I'm not afraid to give every single person in life that I encounter unconditional love, because that's all that matters, is unconditional love. So it was a great experience for me. I'm going to do it again. I finally got my Buddha's teachings. This is what I've been trying to get to my whole life. People always ask me, why did you move to California? Why did you move to California? And that is why I moved to California. I was trying to get back home to myself. And that practice was me coming back home to myself. So if you want to come home, I would try it out.